Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. This is another of my short stories. This one is called Story Time, and it's from the next edition of my book, Soloists, short stories of introverts and outsiders facing a dilemma. Again, the story is called Story Time. My son never outgrew his love of my reading to him, nor did I. It started ordinarily enough. From when Jerry was a baby, I read to him. First, Hop on Pop, Cat in the Hat, The Little Engine That Could, the usual hits. We particularly loved The Carrot Seed. In the story, a little boy planted a carrot seed and everyone in his family said it wouldn't grow. But the boy kept watering it, and finally it came up, quote, just as the boy always knew it would. My son mainly loved that the little boy turned out to be right. I tried, not altogether successfully, to explain that it was about the wisdom of being persistent when you're confident you're correct. Then when Jerry was maybe 6, we read The Giving Tree. He was precocious, and we had a friendly debate about what the story meant. My son thought it was Save the Trees. I believed it was mainly about the stages of life, from hope through sacrifice to disillusionment, fatigue, and death. You see, the boy, as an old man, wanted to sail away in a canoe made from the tree's cut-down trunk. As usual, we ended with a hug and a kiss, and a promise that we would have story time forever. When Jerry was around 10, our favorite was James and the Giant Peach, a welcome break from reality. Here is a quote. But the peach, ah yes, the peach, was a soft, stealthy traveler, making no noise as it floated along. And several times during that long, silent night ride high up over the middle of the ocean in the moonlight, James and his friends saw things that no one had ever seen before. When Jerry was 16, our favorite was The Lottery, and we discussed how groupthink can turn normal people into monsters, whether the citizenry of Nazi Germany, the snitches of the Stalinist USSR, or the lemmings of today. When Jerry was 20 and away at college, I'd read aloud over the phone. I particularly remember The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, who escapes into fantasy to avoid being suppressed by his strong wife. Surprisingly, that triggered quite an argument. Jerry insisted on the importance of following your dreams. I made the case for being realistic, which made him insist he was going to take big risks. That got me more scared and more angry. But we got off the phone saying, and meaning it, that we'll always love each other. I'll fast forward. As I'm reading this, I'm on my deathbed. Jerry just read The Giving Tree again to me and said, your interpretation 70 years ago was right. The book is about life's path from exuberance to disillusionment, fatigue, and death. And I promise to read to my kids forever. Not a bad capstone to a lifetime of story time. In any case, that story is called Story Time. As usual, I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. And in any event, I just thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.